Hello and welcome to Sip and Tip. I'm MJ.
I'm Zanae.
And we are here today to discuss womanhood. So let's start with our younger selves, if we will. As a teenager, maybe, and again, two different time periods in which we were teenagers. But as a teenager, being a woman was not always the thing to be. We were told, women just in my era was not held to a proper standard, in my opinion.
For me, I believe I was told at 12 and a half that I was a woman. The period marked womanhood.
Oh, the menses.
Yes. But to me, I still felt I was a child, but that's not what I was told. So, I don't know. Womanhood is...
Told the engineer to bounce that, cause we gon' have this playing in the clubs when they bounce back. Shorty calling me a loud pack. I don't even smoke, I'm just lit, bring it back.
That womanhood is not diligently explained to at least American women. As a young girl, you're taught through play that as a woman, you're going to clean the house and cook, and oftentimes you're taught that you have to have a husband, and you never taught that you can have a career and stand on your own, and that you don't have to have children, or that you can live your life as boldly as you want. At least I wasn't told that. Of course, I'm changing that tone in conversation for my children. I allow them to be as bold as they want to be, because I was never told I could. Which led to, some conflict in behavior, some conflict in ideology, if you will. So for me, I think that's where we need to start, is teaching our young women from the time where they can conceptualize this, that it's okay to live life in their own truth. And so that goes into a whole different perspective of being, because a lot of people parent or show what a woman or these ideologies are based off of what they were taught as a child.
Yeah, I think that when I was younger, being on my own early, I really didn't have a lot of the you can't be or you should be too much. Except when I would carry heavy things. Yeah, that used to piss me off. I would carry the heavy things because I felt I was strong. I was a strong woman. But you got them older people, especially the males. Oh, you shouldn't carry that. You're not going to be able to have babies. And in my head, I'm thinking, who said I wanted to have a baby? In my heart, I knew I wanted to be a mom. But to stay on the womanhood, it was one of those, no, I'm a strong woman.
Yeah.
And in my head at that age, and if I'm not mistaken, I was about 15, 16 when that was said. And I'm like, I still carried them bags. When I came back, I think I carried two.
But again, that was another concept that we were taught that women couldn't do. You can't be bodybuilders, which we see a lot of women bodybuilders now. Exactly. You can't be a truck driver because that's for men.
And I used to want to drive a semi, but I never made it there.
Like, there was so many restrictions for me, and obviously for you, growing up, as to what womanhood meant. And so now, years fast forward, I'm redefining every day what I believe womanhood is. And so for me, I don't care to wear dresses every day. Yeah, I can dress up and wear a dress. But why do I need to appease someone else's image of me when I'm not happy, when I'm uncomfortable.
Right.
Why is that okay?
And it's not. And that's why we stop it. We stop letting history repeat itself by allowing women to be whichever way they would like to be.
Yeah. And women come in many different caveats. They come with so many different aspects. And so for me, it's like I welcome all women to this, sisterhood of womanhood. Just because who's to say you can't, you shouldn't, you couldn't? Why? Why are we living in a box? Why do we need to check off these boxes to be considered or to be associated with whatever the title is? If that's how you feel, if that's what you align with your image of womanhood, why not? Who says it's wrong? So, popular question. As a woman, what are your thoughts on bras?
I don't like them. Just like I don't like a thong, I don't like a bra. I don't like them. They to me, it presses too much. In that sternum, that little smushy area, there's press in there, kind of, And then the darn strap keep falling. You gotta Nobody wants to do that.
Yeah, bras are definitely one of those articles of clothing that you have to fight constantly. And it's never easy to find your size, and the sizes ranges by make, model, and color. It's and for a woman that is gifted,
quite busty, yes.
in that area, it's never easy finding my size, especially when your circumference is small, but your bust is quite large. They don't make them, and then you have to get them uniquely made. Like, who wants to pay $50 or more for a bra?
I mean, if it ain't $9.99, you can leave it there. There'd be less than that.
Well, don't step into my world, because the cheapest I found, and that's on sale, not my preference of type, colors, or shape, or whatever, is like $20.
I don't want that.
Yeah, me neither. But again, it's socially inappropriate to walk around with no bra with the size boobs that I have.
Understandable.
So,
but at least are they comfortable?
No.
Well, they am.
Why are they comfortable? They're not meant to be comfortable.
Maybe you should get one of the ones that cup around this way and zip. Maybe that would be more comfortable.
You think so? But have you ever tried to wrangle two beach balls in something you have to hold together? Like, it's really not desirable, to say the least. Because, in concept, yes, it's a great idea. It's great. But if you're bustier, you have to try and put on a jacket that's too small for you. You know how that zipper is trying to meet in the middle? And again, the bra is not because it's too small. It's because it needs to be snug to keep your breast in place. Not too snug, of course, but snug enough. But again, if you have on a sweater or a shirt or anything that is snug and you're trying to squeeze it together to get the zipper up, you pull the zipper up and then you let it go. And what happens to the zipper? It goes like that. That has happened. I've tried this. I've tried this. And so, especially with sports bras, and you got the clips on, there's like, for bigger boobs, you got more clips. So you got 1, 2, 30, 90. Like, how many clips do I need? Like, at the end of the day, you're just like, because you're just tired. You just want to get out the bra. You've been in it all day. You're over it. So yeah, that's that's definitely a struggle. It's a struggle.
Girl, I hear you. I don't ever believe I've had that type of struggle.
No.
Not ever, because I've always been a little itty bitty committee.
And so, truthfully, I know a lot of people with smaller boobs that can go out without a bra. And it'd be unnoticeable, again, just because there's less jiggle, there's less, like, if I, sneeze, it's like, wave. We're waving at you. Versus, other people, if they sneeze, it's just like, like you can't catch that Worse, you know, unlike when you're like, hey, and you're like, stop it, don't move, keep it still, don't do it. You know, it's just different.
Oh man,
it's different. And again, if I could rebuke, that might be the second thing actually. Menses might be the first. If I could rebuke anything to go with that, I think those two would be the top two.
Okay. I'm sitting there like, I think I'm ready for menopause. Okay. I don't want the hot flashes. Okay. I do want the period gone.
Yeah.
Menses be gone. Done.
I think it needs to have a definite expiration date. Like,
right?
You know how they always say, like, women go, well, in general, people go through midlife crisis, but women go through these midlife crises where, you know, there's a timeline if you haven't had children that you want to have children or da-da-da-da. There needs to be, like, at this age, that's it. It's gone.
Yeah.
So whatever you're going to do, just do it.
Exactly.
And then
you got this much time to do it.
Right.
Sounds good to me.
It just needs to be done. So that way we have something to look forward to. Because at this point, there's nothing. Because as you get older, you need more support from bras. So bras get less attractive for yourself, let alone anybody else. You start drooping. Some women start growing hair in places they don't even want to mention. It's just a whole nother phenomenon that happens after what? Maybe 30?
Girl.
Maybe 30. Some people take a little longer, but I think for most people, for most women, 30 is like that pivotal point where it's like, when I was younger, I didn't have to deal with this. In my 20s, I would just go out without a bra. In my 20s, I would just go and do this. And, you know, in my 20s, I only had to worry about my eyebrows. In my 30s, I have a whole beard. Like, I don't understand
in my 30s, I have
what happens between 20 and 30 to say that 30 is so different.
I don't know. I mean, other than life getting a little more, I don't know, hectic.
Right.
You know,
Right. Just as you start to figure out life, they're like, let me give you something else.
Right.
Let me show you what it's really
like,
about.
New decade, new issue. But yes. I don't know.
And then you got these women out here that's like 30's the new 20, and I'm like, I was tired at 8 p.m. Do you know what that means?
Girl.
There's no At 20, I was partying. It was fun. It was fun to be tired. Man. Now, tired is a job.
You know, I don't know. I think I was trying to find fun in my 20s, and it was great getting to the point of dressing up and going out. But girl, by the time I got there, I was ready to go home. I was already tired in my 20s. But that's because I guess that responsible person still trying to prove a point.
Yeah. Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, yeah, I've always been that person that just said, yeah, I think it's time to go.
Yeah. And so even now, like, I'm pushing 40 and I'm just like I look back and I'm like, the things that I thought were fun, wow. Like, why did I think those things were fun? Like, I used to party, what? Sunday through Thursday.
Yes.
No, Sunday through Wednesday, break on Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
See, no. I got that backwards. Mine is Thursday to Sunday. We didn't do the during the week. I'm sorry, I ain't touched that one.
Yeah, I would party, take a 2-hour nap, wake up, take a shower, get ready for work, and out the door. But that's when I was young, and it was fun to be tired, and it was fun to be fatigued. And I would just grab my coffee, and I would just be on the go. My diet consists of coffee, extra sugar, extra cream, extra swirls, extra flavor, and that's it. I throw a bag of chips in there, here and there, and a donut there and there, and we good. My body can't handle that anymore. If I ate like that today, I'd be the size of this couch. Mm-hmm. It's very, very different. It's very different. I didn't have a proper diet when I was younger. I didn't get sleep. So that's why, you know, when I was getting older and people were like, oh, you're gaining weight because you're not sleeping. Oh, you're gaining weight because your diet sucks. And I'm like, it's been this way this whole time. Like, I don't understand. And I didn't have a problem. What do you mean?
Because you were young.
Because I was young.
Yes. The metabolism thing just...
Once 30 hit, apparently my body was like, we'll show you who's boss. And it went down, deep downhill. As a woman, you wear makeup. As a woman, you look desirable. Well, as a woman today, I just like to be comfortable. And if you don't find me desirable, if you don't find me attractive, okay. But I am a whole person. I'm not an image. I'm not a figure. I'm not a quote unquote trophy wife, as they would say you want to be when when I was younger. I'm not looking to be anybody's trophy wife. I make my own way. I may pay my own bills. I'm not looking for anyone to take care of me. And again, there's different aspects of life and there's different reasons why people do different things. For me, I was told that I couldn't do a lot of things. Anything creative that came to mind, it was being shot out the air before it even launched too far out my thought process. So now I just embrace anything and everything that comes to my thoughts because I want to live my truth. And so again, especially during middle school, it was really hard. It was really hard because that is when I most identified as being a lesbian, which was by all means that took a whole nother turn of womanhood. That took a whole nother turn. And so I dressed as a tomboy, which conflicted with the whole thing of womanhood. Everyone was like, well, why do you dress like a boy? And I'm like, well, why do you dress like a girl? And again, I didn't want to be a boy, but I wanted to be comfortable. And because there was no way around the dresses at that point, baggy clothes is what it was. And that's how my theory and my understanding of womanhood started to change. Because as the world started seeing me different, they started treating me differently. Even though physically nothing changed. And even though I've had quite larger boobs than any other teenager at the time, it's kind of hard to hide them, and I didn't try by any means, but still people treated me differently because I dressed differently. And so womanhood took a different toll. It took a different, not a toll, I shouldn't say toll is bad, but it took a different turn in terms of development and developing self. So I had that pause, if you will, from some of the social ridicule, because when you first glanced at me, you didn't see a pretty little girl. So your expectations was different until you really analyzed what you were looking at. And so in today's world where we have, people that dress up to be who they want to be and be comfortable in the way they want to be, I think it's amazing. There's no rebellion. It's literally just a thing. And that's amazing.